I am tired. In a way that sleep cannot fix. Not like I've got particularly strict or difficult to accomplish requirements. I just want simple things like actually having voice chats in the community again. I don't think it's that much to ask for. Seems rather shrimple to me. You know what else is rather simple? Moving my loot around so that I can take at least some of this back to barkeep. You know what? Take it all. Take it all. Much as I can. In fact, this is a technique I invented. Clearly, nobody else could have ever thought of this technique. In one of the previous playthroughs, I think the last fuck. Last one that I did was one of the uncommentated stream ones. Drop, I wanted this. Those two I can drop. Kick around. Ideally, not have them around at all. Of course, if these weren't so damn heavy, I'd bring... I can still bring. Bring a ball. Fuck it. My super secret looting technique. Make a run back to the trader with nothing but your pistol, a bit of ammo, and of course all the loot you're going to sell, and the artifacts. It's really just getting rid or stashing your primary weapon and its ammo. Not that I'm particularly hurting for money. With the degradation rate of suits being seemingly, at least, considerably higher than normal. Hey! Those should stay there. Oh, balls. Okay, how about this? Let's make this a little more complicated. This is probably going to be a more low energy session. I started past midnight. And the entirety of the magical juice that causes these things to be possible for now. I'll bring some of these because I do need to heal. There's not much of it, so there isn't much to work with. This is a free suit up there, so I don't need to worry about buying a suit. What I will do is, if they're available, I'll buy some sort of 5.56 rifle. Maybe that SIG if it's still there. Screen space reflections do still suck. I don't like them. They're better than cube maps, better than nothing. I suppose it would be too difficult to implement some sort of ray tracing in these titles. Even the Unreal Engine 5 fucking Lumen would be better than nothing. I'd accept that. Lumen ain't that bad. The main problem I see with Lumen, in S.T.A.L.K.E.R 2 in particular, where people see major issues with it, is it's only got the software Lumen. If it had hardware, it would be a lot more performant because it would be running on the GPU instead of CPU, and it would look better. The other thing that could be a problem for tonight, about 20 minutes before I decided to start this, I started getting a headache. That is incredibly low resolution.
You can't go there.
How's it going?
I already read this.
Damn it, if only someone helped me.
There we go. I got my obligatory usage of the L86. Mostly because in most playthroughs I just kind of skip over it. Stick with the 5.4.5 weapons. I really don't need this. I have a little bit pistol ammo. Really don't need that either. Ooh, hey.
How did I manage that?
Of course, there is... I know there is a free version of this that's better. But for now... Yeah. Well, that makes that trading trip actually worth it, because I still lost money, but I lost less money than I would have. And, animations aside, this is a good weapon. I didn't sell these. Let's see if I can go in here. I don't remember if...
Stop! This area is closed to outsiders.
That's right. So you have to finish X16 before you're allowed to go in there.
I said come in! Don't stand there. I've always got something interesting for people like you.
Always something I forget. Always something. There. As for the artifacts, I am of course going to sell them to Sakharov.
I said come in!
By this point, now that I'm right next to wild territory, there really isn't any need. Earlier in the game? Sure. Earlier in the game? Fuck it. Sell it to whoever's most convenient. Or later in the game, even. Kind of funny how most mods, or at least some mods, turn this into like a workshop for some reason. This is clearly just a fucking chill out spot. Comfy little place to sit on the couch, chill. They turn it into like a duty fucking workbench spot, even though they've got a perfectly good base over there. In S.T.A.L.K.E.R 2, of course, it opens this up. But it turns this instead into the workbench, and I think this extra room might not exist. Am I really not allowed to go through here? Come on. Is that called Pripyat collision box again? I think somebody else is a little drunk right now. I'm not going to deal with that. I'm going to deal with this. Got this free SIG. I got so much ammo for it. They fixed the... Is it here or somewhere else? I want to say it was here, but maybe it was somewhere else. It's the other side. That's right. A real scientist suit. Okay, so no, they didn't fix it. The mini-map close to the exit there. Yep, still not fixed. You think they would have fixed something? These are clearly not major bugs, but ideally you would want to fix something for a special re-release and not leave it broken. I think this becomes a stash at some point. Oh, and all of Wolfhound's guys disappeared. Except for this one. Wonder what's so special about you, baboon. Stalker suit for later. If I really wanted to, I could break those back to Barkeep, but Sakharov should buy them, and I think I might have enough carrying capacity to make that work. Of course, that comes with the sacrifice of some exploration. I was not expecting to do that. Bloodsuckers spawn in here now or later? Where's number 3? Oh, that's bad. Oh, they've respawned. Oh, I've gotten myself into a... No, good thing. Luckily, I brought 2 of those. It's supposed to be 3. Where's the 3rd? There. I don't remember him being back there. Inaccessible. I completely, of course, forgot that I stashed some of my medical gear here. Real scientist suit. Yeah. Do my exploration in here with this on, like I should have at first. How did this get beat up? It didn't. It looked like it did. Oh, the invisible walled it. I don't remember that dude here ever being there on that side of that pipe anyway. Yeah. Dash there. Difficult. I'll see, but I might actually have the stash space. Yeah, I got this. Might actually have the carrying capacity right now to just take in that little house. Take my current loot loadout. Nice shot. I was hoping to save this for later. You know, it's funny, I switch over to single fire mode and then I still fire it at burst because all of a sudden, I was supposed to not doing this the rest of the day, all of a sudden, it is back to being obnoxious and stupid. Being the usual Logitech self. Logitech. That thing that I mentioned before. Brain moves faster than the mouth can keep up. Good old Logitech issue. Hey, a Siva suit. A little bit unhappy about that, if only because it means that once again I forgot about something important. Well, I mean, I certainly would have remembered there being a Siva suit in this area, but what I obviously did not remember was that I had it in my possession, the necessary stash. There's nothing in there. Now, I don't think I found Wolfhound last time. I also don't think I looked up here. It might be the case that he spawns up here. The pain in the ass stash to get. Sometimes artifacts like to spawn over here, and they're very annoying to get. I think that is actually a viable stash. Something that's possible to get the coords for, but I think it's rare. We'll see how well this goes and how far this goes. Not particularly feeling it. But there's nothing else to do. Like, nobody fucking shows up in hangout places anymore. One place that did look like it was going to have some activity was like 3 people for 20 minutes. Keep an eye on places like that. Because sometimes they will actually deliver. But they didn't. Okay. So... I was not in the stash. That's why that didn't work. I was wrong. I cannot, in fact, carry this load of loot. Fucking RPG, Jesus. Stop with the double clicking, I swear to God. I'm gonna have to throw this fucking mouse again. Could have taken those to barkeep. I theoretically still could. What's the point? These mercs that have respawned. I'll just get higher value loot from them to sell. If that guy was still hanging around there. I already killed them. Both of them. Then I immediately forgot. Good lord. The great irony is, just today I got delivered some pills that are marked as beneficial for memory. Oh, that gun. It's exactly what I needed. Smashing my keys right now. Now this will keep, because I'm certain to find something that uses that ammo type. Yeah, just bounce me off, why don't you? When I'm in Yantar proper, I'll find something that uses that ammo type. And I can use it up right away. Did I already get that and put it away? Yes. Yantar could probably use more of the anti-rad. Bandages could definitely get away with putting some of them away and then realizing it could free up space in another way. And yet another way. Deal with that later. Maybe. Assuming it doesn't decide it needs to, Hey. Okay, yeah. The location of these anomalies is definitely a bit different here than it is in the anomaly playthrough that I'm watching. Yeah, the Walthers are definitely the better deal. I think I already took all the ammo. Off to Yantar we go. More spoils. And a real scientist suit. Could pull a S.T.A.L.K.E.R and do a run. Actually, I wonder if that's even possible anymore. Potentially. Just don't go too far up or it No, it's not possible to get far enough to get around the level change. You gotta go to what's now an instant kill barrier, which is lame and stupid. That made precisely 0 sense. I throw a grenade. Here. I throw it here. How did it explode here? Did it get stuck on nothing? No, it's gonna... There's no reason to do that, actually. Hello? Hello. Wipe a couple of zombies heading over here.
You've got to understand. It's highly important that we do the measurements now. I'm begging you, please do it. We all depend on it.
It's good to give me the real thing. I think he already did. Oh, I'm an expert now. Kind of skipped past a few ranks, I think.
Hello? 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 Hello?
Grabby. Have I grabby? Yes. Jellyfish. Have I jellyfish? No. You know what? I'm not going to min-max what I can get the quests for. The rewards are not sufficiently greater. Just selling. Oh. Might be in profit again already. Might.
Hello? Hello?
Get a snort cart. This is already fucked up. Jesus. They did fix a bug. He has 2 voice lines now. 2!
Let's see.
3! He has 3 voice lines now!
Damn, not again.
4!
What have we here?
5!
Hmm.
6.
What have we here?
Well, I guess they did fix something. These lines were in the original game. The triggers to play them were just broken.
Damn, not again.
The mods fixed them, of course. Of course, the lake Yantar being mentioned is not this. It's the Bildo Yantar. It was a much bigger place.
Let's see.
It's too dangerous outside. You go first. Check the area outside the lab. The monsters have been very active lately.
Yes, the monsters. Now, zombie fights are a bit hardier than normal, but I think I'm getting a little bit bamboozled by the sabotage route. Who's shooting back here? I think I'm getting a little bit sabotaged by weapon condition. Hey, buddy, you wanna hold up? Hey, find this guy's rifle. Did I already pick it up? No.
We'll up the scale, but the radiation is normal. We need to move on.
Oh, we're doing this again? Hold on there. Yeah, I think a hidden mechanic is that as... Cool. Hidden mechanic is that as, whatchamacallit, condition of a weapon decreases, its accuracy decreases. Hitting these shots a lot better earlier. What? He died. Oh god. Die, bitches. See, if Krugerlock would just use the rifle I gave him earlier, that wouldn't have been a problem. See, these NPCs, they were stupefied with 1006, which this appears to be based on. So, right, I gotta go back and get Semenov. Well, this is certainly already is, the playthrough where shit goes haywire all the time. Certainly was never a guarantee that this would be perfection or anything of the sort. Not going to be a perfection run. It already isn't. I've already made this statement. I'm repeating myself needlessly. What good fortune. What brilliant fortune. I don't think I'm going to be doing any zone sportsmanship guides things here. Yeah, do a little bit of a...
We all depend on it.
Oh yeah, I've got this again. Come on. I'm here.
Hello? Hello? Why did he die? You were supposed to protect him. Oh man, how could this happen? How could this happen? Damn it, everything is going wrong again. Now we'll have to call for more people. We've got enough problems as it is, damn. Stalker, now you will be able to break through to the laboratory, but unless you turn off the emitter, you won't last long even with the site protection on. We've estimated an approximate location of the emitter. It is located in an underground facility. I have marked the spot on your map. Vasiliev was working on the lab issue. About a week ago, he and a stalker called Ghost tried to get inside. A couple of hours later, we felt a major tremor, and after another hour, we picked up a signal from Vasiliev, coming from the swamp, but it died away. And Vasiliev died away with it, it would seem. Try to find his corpse. He had the exact information on the lab and the way to get into it. There may even be info on deactivating that source of the emission. I've uploaded you all the data we have. Hello? Hello?
Well, you get the achievement
Hello?
anyway.
Hello?
Also, this is not right. What happened to Semenov? The unfortunately named fellow is the guy you're supposed to help through here if Kruglov dies. Does he only spawn if Kruglov dies in wild territory? So remember him spawning here if you fail. Ugh, stupid. Yeah, I can do that. Spare my ailing Logitech switches the trouble. Fuck it. Buy it all. Buy it all. And all. Ah, fuck. Damn it.
Hello?
Not the button I pressed. Wanted to cancel that. Oh, fuck it. We get
What have we here?
the shit way of doing things.
Damn, not again.
This is another one of those missions that's kind of mangled by the state of things. It was really optimized for the original version of the map that's much larger. As it stands, it's more than a little ridiculous. Like my desire for funds that's leading me to run back out here and just grab all this junk loot. To sell it.
What have we here?
Actually, it's pretty apparent from here because it's already on the map. Yeah. On the larger original Yantar, it makes sense for him to have gotten lost, but even with, like, the whole brain scorcher effect, how do you get lost going from here to here? Even coming from the underground, you literally see it right there. Damn, where do I go? Where's the bunker? Ghost was something or other. Get over here.
Hello?
It's so not worth it by this point. Definitely past the point where 1200 SRs, as they call them now, is worthwhile fundage. But I'm still gonna loot. I'm always gonna loot. I probably should have saved some of those 40 mils for future events. I might be doing another loot run anyway. Was that two zombies doing the same voices right after each other? Or was that EAX? They actually kept the EAX areas. Whoa. Oh no. Second guy. Seriously? The hardest motherfucker in a leather jacket I've ever seen. Not the grenade I intended to use. Die. Yeah, this armor's kind of toasted already. What a worthwhile expenditure of funds this was. Really starting to think that they cheekily edited the decay rate of armor to be closer to that of Stalker 2's. This is a little ridiculous. Frankly, it's acceptable. There's so much even free armor around here that it's hardly a problem. But repeating myself, the last time I remember armor breaking down this quickly in Shadow of Chernobyl was when I played on Stalker or Rookie difficulty. And I'm a master. Because of course I'm a master. Why wouldn't I be a master? Ow. Guess that ain't doing no some sportsmanship challenge shit here. No trick shots or fanciness. Just that thing again. It's not like my throat is clogged up with phlegm or anything. I just halt in the middle of a word and can't talk until I fucking make obnoxious noises.
Let's see. Hello?
That is a much better haul. Could stock the fuck up on this. And immediately negate my funds. My acquisition of funds. But it's fine. Realistically, once I'm done with this area, pretty much gonna be... Like, maybe I'll go old school. Yeah, go old school. And when I have to go back to Agroprom or whatever, those early areas, like what I used to always do, set up a stash right around here with early game weapons, 5.45, leather jackets, that sort of thing. Switch to that whenever I go around the early game areas, so as to not waste any high-end stuff on low-end loot. And he goes about doing that, especially since this... no, I did not... Tell me I didn't sell that. Tell me I accidentally put it in a stash and did not sell it. Yeah, this place was just a disaster one way or the other. Will you play that line again? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. If there was anything in those boxes, I don't think I'll find them. There's some mod that adds like a machine gun mounted somewhere up here. It was atrociously handled, but the concept was cool. Maybe that was Stalker soup. I stashed it, right? I stashed it. I didn't sell. I sold it. I sold it. Sakharov, I need to buy that back. I don't know how or why I sold it. It's not there. Where's my goddamn pistol? Damn. Fine. I'll downgrade my pistol. At least the ammo's lighter. I didn't need to buy that much of it. Surely did not need to buy that much of it. I don't need this much ammo. This is why I'm always over encumbered. But I just can't be bothered to put any of it away. I choose to use it. Yeah, after I finish here, primary is going to be switching over to that SIG. And potentially, eventually, inconsequentially, the LR300, because it's just that versatile. The only one of its class that can take a scope and a grenade launcher. Yeah, Stalker 2 opened up this area, and there's, like, nothing in it but a barn that you can loot. Because the entirety of Yantar was left unused. Goes in Stalker 2. Yeah, they actually had something planned for X16 in that game. And then it got cut. And it got cut so hard there's no trace of it left in the map. Now, if it was one of those traditional old-school style games with, like, segmented maps, you know, kind of like the one that you're watching right now, then there's a chance there might be something hidden in the game files. I don't think any of those cheeky-breaky leaks of the beta had X16 in it either. Can I say that? Of course I can say. Why am I asking? Seem to be taking on some traits from pretty lame places that I shall be throwing out right now. I can say, I will say, because I can do what I want in my own videos, bitch. I am pleasantly surprised that I'm not pleasantly surprised about that lack of shots hitting at all, but I am pleasantly surprised that the unimplemented EAX echo effects are still here and activated. That controller? Are things going nuts so badly in this particular playthrough that I'm getting controllers out here already? Alright, I got 45 ACP rounds. Too bad I sold that pistol and Sakharov immediately emptied his fucking inventory. Like a douche. Oh, seriously? Yeah, I need to check if my internet went down. Yes, it did. Good thing this is just recorded. Lovely. I love it when my internet that I've just paid the fucking bill for in the past week decides to stop working for no reason whatsoever at 1 in the morning. At least when it cuts out during the workday, it's bad for my productivity at work, but I get some time off of work. Here it's just being annoying, and it's back. Yeah, I don't actually want to throw the grenade there because I think the suit's somewhere around there. I don't want to break it. I want to wear it and use it. You know, I literally just said something about not throwing a grenade there, but I think right here is safe. Wow, Call of Duty taught me right. If you go prone, a grenade won't hurt you. Yeah, I'm gonna make solid use of the overabundance of this ammo that I bought. Not like 9x18 and 9x19 are completely outmoded and unusable by this point. But they're relatively outmoded and unusable. You know, there's something to be said about things like environmental storytelling, but it's a bit unfortunate that, for the most part, the entirety of the military stalkers, who are so important of a faction that they get their own listing in here, their role is basically relegated to this. There might be some in Pripyat later, but there's no story at that point. These super meshes on the map. Oh, bad. You know, I actually do prefer Stalker whose lack of night vision over this being the default level 1 night vision. And I prefer this version of the warehouse to the clear sky one that every modder and GSC apparently choose to use, where it's full of electros. Shrouds. It's interesting how little of what this would have had as a factory is still left here. Well, okay, you just spawned there. I need something with more kickback. Not kickback, kick. I need something with more kick in general. When these motherfuckers leave at me like that and I shoot them, I want them to go flying. Piss. Probably a good time for it. Many of them. Jesus. Well, I need a pistol of some sort. This will have to do. Even if it's just to shoot, like, boxes. Boxes, I said. Boxes. Yes, boxes. These are boxes. Can you tell? There's fuckers fucking spawning in front of me. Yeah, for the moment, I'll keep the LR300s, but any other weapon I pick up is probably getting yoinked. Yoinked, yeeted. Took a nice place to take a nap, buddy. Yep, I'm a 9x18 of Snork. What are you doing up there? That's cheating. Get down. Think you can get away with no clipping in my game? They see. Anomalous behavior like this in mods that increase What the fuck? Increase NPC pathing locales. This is definitely something that was sorely missing from like every single other Stalker game. Just these little, even if they're low quality here, just all these extra gore models. They are vital for the... Ooh, yeah! Vital for... the atmosphere, that's the word. My ranking, by the way, number 1. I'm already number 1 in the zone. You all suck. See, it's still plausible. Kind of. Hey, there we go. There, I got my SIG back. Yeah, it's only a little more beat up than the last. Bang. Now I'm gonna... And then I'm gonna... And after that, I'm gonna... Finally, I'm gonna... Fucking serious. For some reason, for the longest damn time, I remember the healing barrel being around here. I had such struggles to find it. But no, it's just chilling out right over here. I don't commonly pull off shots like that, so it's entertaining and cool when I do. If you disagree, fuck you.